The Saints just beat the Titans 16-15 in their first game of the season, and let me tell you, I was right. The Saints are really good, but there's just one major problem that is holding them back. More specifically, it's holding the offense back. A lot. The Saints offense has great talent, and this team has the potential to be one of the best in the league. Carr completed 23 out of 33 attempts with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Olave, Shaheed, and Michael Thomas all looked amazing. When given the chance, the offense had beautiful connections. Notice I say when given the chance, because that's the thing. Carr had almost no chance to properly throw the ball. The O-line was really bad this game. They all struggled, but specifically, the left side struggled the most. More specifically, it was Trevor Penning who had a rough day. I am not exaggerating, the O-line single-handedly cost us a lot of drives. But is that a testament towards how good the Titans D-line is, or how bad the Saints O-line is? I think somewhere in between. The Titans had a top 10 D-line last season, and it seemed like it translated over this season because they cooked the O-line. The O-line last year for the Saints wasn't good, and it kind of translated to this game too. Well, for the first half at least. Even though the O-line was struggling when it came to defending Carr in the first half, they did look significantly more composed in the second half. But one thing that didn't get fixed at all is creating space for Jamal Williams. When I tell you Jamal couldn't do anything at all, he only had 18 carries for 45 yards. He had an average of 2.5 yards per run. When we get Kamara back, we need this O-line to have gotten better. I know Kamara is way better than Jamal, but regardless of who is running the ball, the O-line created no space at all. It will be really tough for Kamara to find lanes when the O-line can barely create an inch. But there is a bright side to all of this. The Titans had the best run-stop defense in the league last season, so that's probably going to be the hardest run-stop defense the Saints are going to face all year. And in defense of Trevor Penning, this is basically his rookie season because he only played like 1 full game last season. He's still shaking off the rust, but he did look significantly better in the second half, so hopefully this is a good sign. Overall, the O-line still has plenty room to improve. All they really have to do is become an above average O-line if we want to go for a deep playoff run this year. But then again, it is the first game of the season, and most offenses are still finding their rhythm. The Saints had a lot of ups and downs on the offense, but on the defense, they were locking everything down. The defense gave up no touchdowns. All 15 of the Titans' points came from field goals. They also had 3 interceptions in this one game, one of those coming from Marshawn Lattimore mossing DeAndre Hopkins. The Saints had 7 interceptions the entire last season, and they had almost half of that in one game. The secondary was great last season, but it might be the best in the entire league this year. If you watched the Saints last year, the D-line was alright, but they made some offseason changes, and they looked great this game. They were pressuring Ryan Tannehill so much that he had his worst game as a Titan ever. Tannehill was 16 for 34 with 3 interceptions and a 28.8 rating. Yeah, it was bad. And they held Derrick Henry to only 63 rushing yards. The defense was locking everything down. They have something really special brewing there. They definitely can be a top 5 overall defense in the league, no doubt about it. All in all, this team has the ability to be Super Bowl contenders, especially with a defense like this. But if the Saints don't fix the problem with their O-line, we're in for a rude awakening. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. I will definitely be here next week to talk about the Panthers game. Anyways, have a good day and peace.